8, 9. There are, here also there are only 9. So then they ask someone else, oh, you, Seema, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And after everyone had cross-checked each other, they started crying. Oh, I think one of our person has drowned in the river. Now there is no, it is a upshakun, it is a bad omen, and we should not continue on our journey, and so on and so forth. And at that time, a wise man was passing by. He says, why are you young, robust looking guys? You look intelligent, but then why are you crying? No, we started off 10, but we find ourselves only 9 here, and in one look, he knew what the problem was. He says, count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, 9. But what about yourself? The 10th. And the moment that 10th person was discovered, was that a discovery? It was a discoveryless discovery, isn't it? So it was already there. See? So when the teacher was not there, the person was there. But when the teacher mentioned that you are that 10th person, initially it was only information in his head. That is indirect knowledge. Then direct knowledge is when that person, he is talking about me. And when he says he is talking about me, I don't have to create a concept about myself. I am. That's it. When I come to realize myself that I am that 10th person, then the ignorance is gone about we being only 9. This is the process. So teacher is continuously telling you, you are that, you are that, you are that reality, you are that reality. We start our journey from wherever we are. But our habit of objectification is not given up. We are continuously wanting to experience. And therefore, the role of a teacher in our sadhana is so much important. That at that last moment, we are given this example, our Bhagwan Ramakrishna Paramhans, continuously he used to think about the Mata, the Kali Mata, Kali Mata, Kali Mata. And he wanted to have, he had a unique ability. If he wanted a Christian sadhana, he wanted to know Christ, a Christian guru will appear. If he wants a Muslim, what is Allah, a Muslim teacher will appear. And he did all those, yoga, this, that, pranayama, everything did. But the Kali, he wanted to know Kali as she was. And a point came, just like with us also, when we become obsessed with something, now that thing enters our head. And once it enters our head, whether now we have got no choice, it has caught us. Now from the point someone decided that they want to go to India, now that India idea catches you. Now no sleep. Or I have to do something, I have to start painting the house. And you are inspired. Now till you don't paint, you are restless. Once hunger takes root within you, now till you don't satiate your hunger, that you are restless. Same thing in this also, on this journey also. Until unless we don't come to know who we are essentially, till then we will be restless. But our habit is that I have to satiate myself with from something or with something from outside. By creating a relationship with something. Whether it is gross, subtle, because my mind is continuously into cause and effect. That is how I lived my life from the birth till now. Cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect, cause, effect. And until unless the teacher doesn't take your highly single pointed mind, which has reached there as a result of practice and doing the Atma Vivek, practicing discrimination, practicing Vairagya, cultivating the virtues, the Shatka Sampatti, and is single-pointedly, intensely desiring to know the truth. Only such a person can come to that point where the teacher is able to take him beyond. I have given this example in some other context, but once Parshuramji was there. You know Parshuram? Parshuramji, after he, when Ramchandraji got married, Ramchandraji is the next avatar from Parshuram in the Dasha avatar. Lord Narayana took the 10 incarnations. The 10th is going to be born. If already it is not here. So first was Parshuram, then came Ram, then came Krishna, then came Buddha, and now Kalki will, they say Kalki will come. So Ram, when he became, when he broke the bow of Shiva and was taking Sita, Parshuram, who could, at the speed of thought, he could appear anywhere. He could travel and appear there. He came as a whirlwind in front of Ramchandraji and Sita and challenged them. Who are you, you 17-year-old boy? What audacity that you can break the bow of Lord Shiva? Who do you think you are? And all that altercation takes place. Ramchandraji does not speak one single word. Only Lakshmana, who is all pumped up to protect his brother. How can someone speak like that to my brother, who is God incarnate? And he gives all the answers. In the end, Ramchandraji stops him when the disrespect was increasing, because a small boy disrespecting a great sage, that is not right. But the sage should also behave. But at that time, Ramchandraji comes in between and he says, Ram, you are, what do you call? You are Parshuram. I am Ram. You still have some support of Parshu. I don't have any support. You are a Brahmin behaving as a Kshatriya. I am a Kshatriya, but advising you like a Brahmin. Do you think this is right? And in that, eventually he says, this is the Narayan Dhanush. If you can wield this bow, then I know you are the God himself, but I have my doubts. And the moment he brings that bow, the bow leaves his hand and goes into his hand of its own accord. Parshuram now has to surrender. So he says, please, and he says, okay, go to the Mandarachal Parvat and you go and do meditation and realize the truth. So he goes on his way, and when he goes there on his way, he meets a great sage. He says, tell me what is the truth. He says, you are that. He says, that's all. He says, yeah, that's all. You don't know anything. So he says, yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. But you go to Dattatreya Maharaj. And once you go there, he will instruct you properly. So he reaches Dattatreya Maharaj. Dattatreya is the Lord himself. So he goes there and he says, I think that Mahatma did not know anything. So he directed me towards you. He says, I think your teacher is Dattatreya. So I have come to you. Because he was incapable of clearing my doubt. He said, what was the doubt? I asked him, I want to know the truth. And he said, you are that. In one line, 3 words, he finished the discussion. This is not, there must be more to it. He says, yeah, there is very much more to it. I think he also doesn't know. So what do I have to do? You go to the top of the mountain and you dig the earth from the top of the mountain, make a Devi out of it, a goddess form, and for 12 years you do the puja of that.